Okay. So to deal with these ionic compounds that have D-block metals in them, starting off the compound, we have to know how to use Roman numerals. And first and foremost, let's make sure that we all know the Roman numeral sequence and what they look like. Okay, I know this is taught, but some of us forget these if you don't use them a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4 looks like IV, 5, and 6, and 7. Okay, you probably won't need more than that when dealing with these compounds. All right, so the first one I want to tackle is the compound that has the formula Cu NO3 in parentheses, followed by a 2. Okay, let's talk about how to break down this chemical on site. So the first thing let's determine is, does it have 3 or more elements? Yes. What are they? Yep, copper, nitrogen, and oxygen. 3 different elements. So that tells you that likely there is a what inside of that? Polyatomic ion. Right. Go to your card right now. See if you can identify the polyatomic ion in that formula right there. Nitrate. Good. All right, so over here, underneath that part, I'm going to write nitrate. And first part, what does Cu represent from the periodic table? Copper. All right. So far, so good, but we're not done yet. Why not? Because copper comes from D block. And whenever you spot a metal from D block, what I need you to do is see if it has multiple charges. How do you know? On page 222, go back 4 pages right now. The top of page 222, you guys have this, okay? This is a list of many of the D block elements that have multiple charges. So my question is, does copper, is that one of the elements that does have multiple charges? Yes. Okay, what are the possibilities for copper? What are the charges it could have? 1 plus and 2 plus. Now, here's the question. How do we know? Well, to know, we have to go back to what we know about the formula. When you told me nitrate, what was the charge that nitrate had? 1 minus. How many of them are there? 2, right? See how there's the 2 on the outside? So I have 2 1 minuses, which is 2 minus. So if the right side of this molecule is 2 minus, what does the copper's charge have to be? 2 plus. It has to be the 2 plus 1 to balance out that NO3 2. So how we would show that is we'd put a 2 in Roman numerals right in the middle. So it'd be copper, Roman numeral, 2 nitrate. With that Roman numeral 2, you're telling me that copper has a 2 plus charge. And I got to put that down because it's one of the D block metals that has more than one charge. Let's say you came across this compound in your homework. All right, 3 or more elements in it? No. Should it have a polyatomic ion in it? No way. Okay. Just a binary ionic compound. What's the first element? Iron. Second element? Nitrogen. And how would you call that in an ionic compound name? Nitride. Good. All right, so we got iron nitride. All right, I want you to check this table, and I want you to see, does iron have more than one possibility? It could be 2 plus or 3 plus. So you either got to use Roman numeral 2 or Roman numeral 3. Well, how do I know? Let's check the charge on the nitrogen to see which one it is. What's the charge normally on a nitrogen? You got to look on your periodic table. 3 minus, right? It's group 15. They are all 3 minus. So if nitrogen is a 3 minus, do I need iron 2 or iron 3 to balance it out? Iron 3. So put a Roman numeral 3 in the middle. Iron 3 nitride is its name. Does this make sense? Yeah. Good. All right, what if, let me throw a curveball at you here. What if you got this on a homework assignment? NH4Cl. What's that? Wow, you were quick on that. 3 or more elements? Yup. So you'd have to check your polyatomic ion chart. And this one is one of your only positive ions on the thing. What's it called? Ammonium, right. So we have ammonium. Your polyatomic comes first in this one. How do we finish out the name of it? Chloride. And you're done. That's it. So something that starts with a polyatomic like ammonium, you just finish it up by saying the anion's name. All right, let's do one more hard one while we're dealing with this topic. Let's say you came across this in your homework. Cr2O3. Okay. So 3 or more elements? No. No. We just have 2 elements, chromium and oxygen. All right. Is chromium one of the types of metals that could have more than one charge? Yes. It's in D block, so we got to check. Is it somewhere on that list on page 222? Yes. What are our possibilities?
2 plus and 3 plus.
2 plus or 3 plus. All right, now here's the deal, okay? We got to do a little bit more on this one because we have 3 oxygens. What is oxygen's charge no matter what? 2 minus, right? All right, so 2 minus, but I have 3 of them. So if I was to multiply those 2 downward, what does that get me? 6 negative. All right, now here's the thing. I have 2 chromiums. What does my chromium charge have to be in order to get a 6 plus if I multiply down? Yes, it has to be 3 plus. So I can get 6 plus if I multiply them. So I have Cr2O3, and we said the name of it was chromium. What would the second part of the name be? Oxide, good. And then what charge did chromium wind up having that we figured out? 3 plus charge. So what do I do? Yes, put a Roman numeral 3 in the middle, and you're done. All right, does that make sense to everybody? Good, good.